Good morning, I am back at home. My dad's visiting today. Let's go pick him up from the airport. It's another absolutely gorgeous day. I love not having to check the weather. Just going outside in shorts and a t-shirt. It's always good.
Everything is new to me. Sleepless in a distant dream. Slowing up the speed of time. Don't let me crash down tonight.
Got some absolutely sick reviews coming out for you guys. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Vehicle Virgins, link in the description below, so that you can find out what I'm reviewing before it goes live on YouTube.
Leg hanging out the fan on. Fly out of here like NASA. Be right next to me. You cannot.
You kidding me? Grindr is right next to Jiffy Lube?
Hope it's not a grand.
Hey.
Hi, I'm at the first possible Terminal 1 Southwest thing. Oh damn, that's a sick SVR. I love those things. Huracan spotting. Oh my god, they're everywhere in California. Yeah, can I have your wheels? Yep, I would like those. Thank you. Yep, thanks. I hate the stock 19-inch wheels on my S-Class so much. Well, I've completely changed outfits. That's because it is an entirely different day. I stopped filming. But this is my dad, for those of you who don't know. His name is Roman Abramovich. He doesn't really speak any English because he's a Russian billionaire, but do you have any words to say to YouTube?
Привет, как дела?
That's the only thing in Russian he said in the last video that he was in, because that's the only Russian he knows. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Come on, Farshad. Farshad has the weirdest habit of FaceTiming me at random times, usually when he's in bed, for about 3 seconds, and he goes, "Hi, I just wanted to let you know that you're not funny and you're not important." And then he hangs up. I don't know what his thought process is behind that. One problem with smart keys is if they die, then the vehicle doesn't actually recognize that there's a key in the car and then you can't start it. So to remedy that, Mercedes, on the S-Class, it's different on the new C and E-Class, but you can actually remove the start-stop button, which is kind of scary to do, but pull this out. It's actually kind of cheap plastic. I thought it was nice aluminum, but what do you expect for $130,000? You can stick the key in here and manually turn it. Well, here's a friendly dose of holy shit. This is like a trophy truck car with an Aventador body kit around it. And it's actually done super well. That is absolutely insane. Look at the turbos. Oh my god. Gonna meet up with James and Sherp. They're out on Stunt Road, which is an awesome road. I've swapped over to the passenger seat here, and my dad is now driving the Mercedes S-Class for the first time, right? You've never been... Have you driven an S-Class of any kind before?
No.
Got my lovely navigation set up here. Why use the giant 12.3-inch screen when you can use Waze?
Alright, take me to the Ritz-Carlton, sir.
My driver has made the wrong turn, and unfortunately in Malibu the traffic's so bad that if you get into the wrong lane you're basically screwed for the next 20 minutes. What on earth edition Mustang is that? It's a VR GT? I really haven't sat back here very much. Look how many controls I've got. I've got the control for the rear sunshade, and then also the sunroof up here, passenger sunshade. That's pretty fun. Oh, I've got my radar gun. I'm totally gonna scare the crap out of James and Sherp with this thing. Rear seat cop action. Just had him put it in sport mode. What do you think about the S-Class handling on back roads? Mr. Chris Harris?
It's brilliant. Enters the corners nicely. Very limited body roll for such a heavy car.
That's good. You got it. Oh, geez. Speaking of Uber, my background check just went through. Unfortunately, it turns out I'm a felon, so they denied my account. Actually, no, they approved it, so now I'm officially an Uber driver. And when I logged into the app, it asked for banking information. I totally forgot that people actually drive Uber and you make money, not just to sign your Lamborghini up for a YouTube video. But hopefully, in the next couple days, we'll be taking the Lambo out, picking people up as an Uber. Oh, wait a minute, they have mobile homes and you're wearing a Breaking Bad shirt.
It's under construction.
Oh, it's under construction. Well, you'll fit right in. Holy crap. That is sick. That is a view and a half. Hi, Shmi, guys. We're up at Stunt Road with the S-Class, the Porsche, and the 1LE. Today I've bought this car, that car, and 4 other cars. They'll be coming soon. Is this a rental? Yes. Does it count as a rental? Cause like, it's your mom's or dad's, right? Cause it's basically, that's a rental. It's gonna be a great caravan. We got the 911, the 1LE, and the S-Class. Perfect for stunt road.
Hi, I'm Parker.
Yeah, I did wear that shirt. It is yours though.
And no one said anything.
He brought it out, he's like, look how cool the shirt is. And I'm like, you know what, I think I need that for the Civic review. And nobody really commented about the bacon shirt. I like it. All right, everyone. Send nudes to thejoker_photography. Do it. A couple people sent nudes to Alex Choi's Instagram and they were the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. So, if you can one up that. Pulled over to get some gas. It is 97 degrees out right now. So freaking hot. But it came to our attention, that's a manual, that's a manual, and their friend Alex doesn't know how to drive a manual, so we're gonna teach him how to drive stick in true Vehicle Virgins fashion. The question of the day is, do we teach him how to drive stick in the 911 or the 1LE? I think it really comes down to which one has the better air conditioning at this point, because it's 97 degrees. So probably this, because it's got newer air conditioning system. Apparently you've got a clutch warranty on this. A clutch wear warranty. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we are here with Alex, who has driven a manual for all of about 30 feet when he was 13 years old. He's now 13 and a half, so it's been a little bit since he's learned how to drive stick, but this is actually fun because, one, we got a bunch of friends who all know how to drive manual, and two, we are in a track-focused sports car for learning how to drive a manual. So that's fun, and we're in the middle of a road. But actually, we found a really, really secluded street that nobody goes on, and it's straight enough and long enough so you can actually get through up to like 4th gear, which is a lot better than a parking lot if you can find a place like this. All the way on the left is the clutch pedal, then you've got the brake in the middle, and then the gas on the right. So in order to start the car, put your foot on the brake, your right foot, and then push the clutch in all the way. And then I like to move the stick into the middle, so that's neutral when it can wiggle around. Or you can put it in first, doesn't matter. So now turn the key. All right, there you go. If you're in neutral here, you don't have to put your foot on the clutch. You don't have to leave it on, but the second you put it into first, if you release the clutch, then the transmission's gonna try to engage and yeah, you'll stall the car out. Yeah. Definitely wanna remove the e-brake, otherwise you're gonna stall pretty fast. We shouldn't have told them that, that would've been hilarious. All right, so the first thing I like to do, push the clutch in all the way and just like release it slowly just to feel what it feels like. So do you see how after like the first 2 inches, it'll push back on your foot a little bit harder? So go all the way to the floor and then see how it kind of like accelerates into your foot? Yeah. Okay, so that's like the bite point of the clutch where the clutch and flywheel are actually contacting. So that's like the most important part. So a lot of people say that you're just supposed to release the clutch really slowly, but the only part that's actually important is once you actually hit that bite point and then the part from the top up. So like the reason I stalled a million times when I first started is I was doing the first part really slowly, and then when I thought the clutch was released, which it wasn't, it was only halfway released, then I was like lifting my foot up all the way and then I was stalling every time. Do you know anything about how a gearbox works?
No, really.
Okay, all right. So on a 6-speed manual like this, you've got first all the way to the left and up. And he's got a tattoo of it here on his arm. Here, let's check that out.
Oh, well, yeah, I know this.
That's awesome. Like... But up and to the left is first, then second, and then straight up and forward. It's really weird to do this from the right seat. Is third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But you don't have to worry about those at all. So take your foot off the brake. Let's see if the car rolls back. Oh, no. That was the clutch.
That was the
not
clutch.
The brake.
My bad.
Okay.
I got confused.
All right. Yeah, it's confusing. There's 3 pedals and like
2 feet.
Memorizing 3 things at once for a 13 and a half year old is pretty hard. So put the clutch back in, and then you have to turn the key back, and then. Okay, so this time take your foot off the brake and not the clutch. Okay. All right, good. It's not rolling back. The best thing to not stall is to give it a tiny bit of gas as you're releasing the clutch. So don't release the clutch at all, but rev it up to like 1,000 RPMs just to feel what giving it a tiny bit of gas is like. As you're releasing the clutch, you're feeding in gas slowly at the same time, but really the most important part is how slowly and accurately you're releasing the clutch. So as you're releasing one, give it a little bit too much gas. Yeah. There you go. Yep, a little more gas, a little more gas.
Gas.
Hell yeah! All right, that was actually pretty freaking good. Oh, whoa, yeah!
Very smooth. Okay, so now we're gonna do a burnout in somebody else's car. So that's the most important part of learning how to drive a manual.
Right.
So rev it to 3,000 and then release the clutch really fast and just floor it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, my name is Alex, and this is how to do a burnout. Yeah! All right, let out the gas. Not bad, not bad.
Pretty good.
I'd say, yeah, B plus, A minus for sure. Especially
family.
Yeah, well, you have average, and then below average, and then can't come home, and then don't eat, and then F is find a new family.
So what you also want to make sure to do is, like, when you're waiting at a light or a stoplight, to be in neutral and don't hold the clutch in, because now you'll wear out the throw-up bearing.
Yeah, because leaving the clutch in is actually not good for the car. So to be in neutral in another way than pushing the clutch in, you put it into wiggly mode.
Exactly. And it's fun at a light.
It is fun. You just wiggle your stick.
You get to play with it. It's like
Play with my stick.
It's rated PG version of wait, what? The OG fidget spinner. Okay, that I'm just filming a man wiggling his stick. So I realized there is a key difference if you're in a rental car. What do you do when you're driving a rental car with a manual?
What you do is you don't do the burnout at 3,000 RPM. You do it at red line, drop the clutch as hard as you can, and then do the burnout for at least 30 seconds.
I agree.
Like what I did in that E-Class the other day.
Yeah. And if that was a manual, that'd be much better. The problem is they don't have rental manuals anymore. They should bring.
There's a place I know, but I'm not going to say it on camera, but they do have one rental car that's manual.
I feel like this is going to be a sick business, so please steal this because I don't have the time to deal with this, but creating a rental manual business for people learning how to drive manual. I don't know if that would be cost effective whatsoever, but I feel like you could charge more per day to cover all the fees of burning out the clutch, and then everyone would rent cars from that, because that's like the biggest problem of learning how to drive a manual. If your dad doesn't have a manual car or your friends don't, you're literally screwed.
Yeah, like
there's literally no way to learn how to drive a manual.
drives a Prius, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You have a Prius in your family?
Yeah,
Get
my
out of
dad.
this car right now.
Yeah, what the hell? Step 3 of driving a manual is no one in your family can drive a Prius or own a Prius. I'm actually pretty impressed. You did a good job. This is, you know, not the most typical car to learn how to drive a manual on, but the 1LE did a good job. Hey, Dad, what are you wearing?
I'm
Let me see it.
No, I'm not doing that on camera. No.
Why not?
Fuck that shit.
What have you put on my radio?
Can't sleep away, that is true. Ooh, this is billionaire music.
We're trying to think of what the cheapest brand new manual car for sale is. So far, Sharp came up with the Nissan Versa, which is $11,000 brand new, and you can get it in a manual. That's pretty good.
What's the lease on that?
What's the lease on that?
Like $79 a month?
I don't know, pretty low, pretty freaking low. We should probably get one tomorrow.
So we're looking up the inventory of this dealership to go check out the new E63, and the default budget is between $3,400 and $181,000. That's my budget, sir.
Oh, Las Vehicle Virgenes. It's actually where I got my name, right there, next to Rancho Virgenes. For those that aren't getting the billionaire reference, it's from this video that this guy Alfred made, who claims to be my friend, saying that my dad is a billionaire and he bought all my cars and that's why my life is the way it is. Well, we're gonna have my dad watch that video later, towards the end of this episode, and comment on some of the things in the video. Now, some of them are oddly accurate about where I went to school and weird baby pictures of my family, so I'm a little bit creeped out about who the hell this guy Alfred is, but later in the video, we'll go through it.
Well, I've never seen that color M4 before.
I believe it's called Signal Green, but I also could be entirely wrong. So if you do know and it's not Signal Green, let me know, but there are not too many of those out on the roads.
Oh, we got Sexy Lift Pup over here. Interesting wheels on that Prius. Not bad, actually.
Turns out Sexy Lift Pup is a 50-year-old man with weird curly hair. Yikes.
All right, we're back at the crib. Just in case you're wondering, this is how billionaires sleep. Check this out. So my dad visits and he's like, oh yeah, I'll just stay with you. Lovely. Was it comfortable?
Yeah, it was fucking great.
All right, it's time to watch my boy Alfred on the TV.
How rich is Vehicle Virgins? Well, Parker from Vehicle Virgins is worth more than $1 million, and that was after he created his YouTube channel. You might remember Vehicle Virgins for getting piped down by his longtime lover Eddie. Or the time somebody crashed the fuck out of his Lambo. Born in California, Parker Nirenstein had an extremely comfortable upbringing. Mostly thanks to his father, whom co-founded a billion-dollar tech firm just 4 years after Parker came into this world.
Oh, look at that. Neither one of them is him. That's a good picture.
As a young chap, he fell in love with automobiles, and took up an engine rebuilding class where he became the youngest participant. During his early teenage years, Parker spent much of his time tutoring other children, in order to save funds for his very own sports car. Parker Nirenstein attended Redwood High in California, where he was a straight-A student, and was known for his extensive knowledge of cars. Following graduation, Parker went to Massachusetts to study at Tufts University, but after his freshman year he transferred to the University of Michigan in order to study mechanical engineering. As a full-time student, Parker in 2012 created his YouTube channel by the name of Vehicle Virgins. While studying, he began making basic car review videos which received little notoriety. But in 2014 Parker's life got lit as fuck.
Look at this.
That's good.
Is that what a billionaire wears?
I think so.
His tech genius father sold the company he had co-founded many years earlier, for an incredible amount of $1 billion, paid in all fucking cash.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Parker bought a yellow Lambo worth over 100 grand. Using his dream car to his advantage, Parker started creating daily videos about his newest purchase, which helped his popularity skyrocket on YouTube. Shortly after buying the car, Parker began networking with other supercar owners, resulting in an increase in the quality of his content. Within a year of owning his first supercar, Vehicle Virgins gained over 500,000 subs and became one of the leading car channels online. Currently, Parker Nirenstein lives in California, and owns not one, not two, but 3 cars, including an M5, a Mercedes S-Class, along with a
I have 4 cars. Don't you dare forget about the hood, Don.
$400,000 Hurricane. $400,000 Hurricane. And is easily raking in 15 grand per month from his YouTube channel. Just a fun fact. Parker and I have been friends for years. When he crashed his LP550, it was none other than your boy Alfred, who took it off his hands for an extremely reasonable offer. Even till this day, I still whip it in Parker's old Lambo.
Alright, this is my favorite part of the video. So this guy claims to have purchased my Gallardo. One, he called it an LP550, which if he purchased my car, I would hope to God he would know which vehicle he actually bought. And I'm friends with the owner of my car, who lives in Maine. Now, this guy, Alfred, my boy, who claims that he's been friends with me for a while and that's how he knows all this information about me, so on and so forth. He says we've hung out a bunch. Well, if he's the guy who bought my car, who lives in Maine, we've only met once. And he also says in another video that he's good friends with Tanner Fox, who lives in San Diego. So somehow he's hanging out with Tanner Fox in San Diego, me in Michigan at the time, and the guy who owns my car in Maine all at the same time. So I think the takeaway from this is, Alfred's a fucking time-traveling beast.
In conclusion, Parker from Vehicle Virgins is making more money, buying more nice cars, and leaving his mouth open more than you and I combined. Don't forget to subscribe for more, because Parker and I are kicking it.
Oh, look, Alfred's smoking a joint.
Alfred's smoking a blunt.
I just wanna get that money. I just wanna get that money, feel that money. I just wanna stack.
Oh, what?
I just wanna spaz out, cash out.
Oh shit, that's a 5 and a 1.
I just wanna get that money, feel that money. I just wanna stack on.
Fuck, I'm a fucking billionaire. Going to buy a plane.
Okay, wait, Dad, no. Come back. You always leave me.
So look, I'm not a billionaire. First of all, for any of you out there that have ever watched Shark Tank, you'd know that any Silicon Valley startup the venture capitalists own the bulk of the company anyway, so just because the company was sold for $1 billion doesn't mean I made $1 billion. Did I get very lucky? Yes, over 20 plus years, I did 8 startups in Silicon Valley. And part of that was luck. A lot of it was luck. But one thing I learned is the harder you work, the luckier you got. And I tried to make sure that I instilled those values in both of my kids. And what do I get? My son's been very successful, but all he does is make these shitty fucking videos on YouTube, and I don't get it at all.
What the? What? Get out of my house!
Go to college, get a good degree, and get a real job. This YouTube shit, I don't get it.